what was Frankie Swindell as a kid? Where'd you grow up? How many siblings do you have? Where are
Ah,
you in that order?
got it.
Who ruled
Okay,
the
so
roost?
I grew up in Grayslake, Illinois, so about an hour outside of Chicago. I'm the second oldest of seven kids. Got four sisters, three brothers. My mom was a teacher for first grade. She was also a gym teacher for a little bit as well. My dad has been teaching chess for 30 years. That's what his profession was. Before that, he did some entrepreneurial activities, but when my sister was in kindergarten, I was in preschool. He kicked off the chess club program at the school. 74 kids showed up the first day, and from then on, that's where
Wow.
his career's been. So that's where my chess background comes from.
Wow. So have you, I'm sure you've seen the Queen's Gambit, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
So have you been going around to tournaments and participating?
I have not recently. So up until my sophomore year in high school, I played competitively, multiple state champion. I was a national champion. In high school, I got into wrestling because my dad wrestled, and state for wrestling and state for chess was the same day. So at that point in my career, I said, okay, I'll start moving over to wrestling. I've done the chess thing for long enough. I was a little bit tired after doing it for 13 years. So I still play online. I'm still competitive in that standpoint, but I don't go to tournaments anymore. I ended up helping my dad teach some class and then moved into wrestling. Did wrestling in high school, then went out of college. We did it for 1 year at Georgia Tech through the club program. Then they closed the program down. And then when I graduated, I came back and coached at my high school where my younger two brothers were varsity wrestlers there.
Wow, that's fascinating. So how did you get into engineering and manufacturing?
Yeah. So junior year in high school, my dad had an aortic valve replacement as well as a spinal brace put into his back. And I immediately saw the impact that medical devices could have on individuals. I was more engineering inclined. I thought of maybe going down the doctor route. I have an uncle who's a doctor. Several aunts that are nurses, and my sisters are nurses as well. So I was medical on the engineering side, math and science inclined. I ended up going to Georgia Tech with my biomedical degree and got a minor in pre-med. While going through that, I ended up starting a company with two of my roommates called Better Walk, where we designed crutches for people when they break their legs or roll their ankle. Got a patent for that, went through an accelerator program, got it some funding, realized how hard it was to sell to hospitals. So then I saw, okay, I still want to be in the medical device space. Doing a startup in the medical device space where I was in my career was difficult. We weren't making as much traction. So I said, I'll do the opposite. I'll go to a big company. I ended up going to Baxter, worked in their container engineering department for the IV bags. Really appreciated working at Baxter, saving and sustaining lives, but also saw a company that was a little bit too big for my take. It was a little slow. So I wanted to get more experience. Came to Flexan, immediately fell in love with the company, the product lines that we're serving, the size of the company. I was able to get a lot of experience, still be able to be in the medical device space, impacting lives, but at a very rapid pace, especially being private equity owned. Everything was very quick paced, but matches my demeanor. So that's how I got into engineering and then into operations.
Wow, that's interesting. What happened to the crutch business?
Yeah, so I ended up separating from the company. They got bought out. And then there's actually some pictures online. Actually, we did a presentation at the White House. The company got spun off into a athletic sock company. So that had more traction with the market than the crutches did. It was easier to sell to consumers that way.